Hello everyone, it's me, Mr. Martinez, and what I'm hoping to accomplish is to try to get you to have a better understanding of what objects are. What I have set up so far right now is I've got a bank superclass, which I'm going to write here, superclass, and I have a tester class. Now the difference between the two is, as you can see, one has the main method and one doesn't. The bank is basically a file that is going to contain variables, it's going to contain methods, it's going to contain a constructor, it's going to contain many things that we don't want to clutter our bank tester with. Now this file in Java is when we use it, what we're doing is we're creating a hypothetical object out of it, okay? It's this mythical thing that we create that inherits everything inside of it that was written in the bank class, just like a scanner class. So the first thing that I'm going to cover right now, I'm going to say both of these, is superclasses have variables. Not always, but most of the times the ones that we're going to work with do. So for a bank account, I think the common one that we're going to do is we're going to say string name, and we're going to say double balance, obviously because balance can have decimals in it. So I have string name and double balance. So what's happened here is, notice that I've declared them, okay, string name and double balance. The reason I don't declare them is I want to keep them vague. I'm going to be creating an object of the bank class here in the tester class. Every object is going to be unique. So I may use user input, I may put literals, it doesn't matter. These are all going to be unique in nature. So what I want to do now is I want to have my constructor, public bank. Now, the constructor is a special type of method. Its name is the same name as the class, and it does not have a return type, okay? Its sole purpose is to initialize the global variables with values from the tester class that you used to create the object. Essentially, the constructor is rules for instantiating an object. Now remember that term, instantiating an object. So what I'm going to say is, in order to make this class, I have to send a name. So I'm going to say string A, and I have to send a balance as well, starting balance, so double B. And what I'm going to say is the values that you send over in A and B are going to initialize name. So I'm going to say name equals A, and I'm going to say balance equals B. So in order for you guys to get a better understanding, in the tester class, I'm going to create a bank object. Think of a scanner. I start off with the class that I'm going to create an object out of. Then I give it a name. I'm going to say account1. Now is where the constructor comes into play. The constructor is the rules for how you are going to finish initializing the object. Now the constructor here says that I need to accept a string and a double. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say new, because that's the keyword that we use in the tester class rather than public, bank, and this one I'm going to use my name, and I'm going to say I'm going to send $1,000. So essentially what is happening here is you have created an object called account1. This is the rule for how I created the object. Javi was sent to here, and it initialized the name variable. 1,000 was sent to here and initialized the balance variable. Now, account1 has its own name and balance, and I basically have said that those variables are going to be set to these values. That's what the constructor does. Now, the constructor doesn't always need to initialize every single variable. We'll get into further examples, but for right now, it is going to be common practice that if you see this on a test and there's two variables here, one's a string, one's a double, your global variables are probably going to be one string, like we have here, and one double. All right, that's it for right now. That covers constructors. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to respond by email to this video.